Alright guys, today I'm bringing you guys 12 things I hate about my Acura Integra. My 96 Acura Integra. Alright, so the first thing on the list is my alarm. If you see my door crack like that, that's because if I don't leave it cracked, the alarm sets. And yeah, that's not very nice. So I'll show you guys it. See that little button down there, and there's something up here. And it's kind of a bitch, so I shut my car, and in a certain amount of time, the alarm goes off unless I press the button and lock it. It gets really bad though when the alarm actually goes off. I'm gonna try to sound it now and then try to stop it as quickly as I can. Yeah, so the bad part is that this button here doesn't work. It works to set off the alarm, but it doesn't work to turn it back off, which is not a good thing. So I just have to kind of like cycle between lock and unlock, which is not the greatest. Now number two. This is an old car, yeah, so everyone might know that. So you know there's not a lot of sound deadening in there. There's not a lot of soundproofing. So this car is extremely loud on the road, and especially with the wheels that somebody put on the front when I bought the car. They're wider than they're supposed to be, so they fit the fenders. They look nice, not the rims themselves, but the width of them. And so you can hear my wheels everywhere I go. It's not the greatest, because when you go on the highway, that's all you hear. You just hear the road noise. And if anything hits underneath the car, I hear everything, which is the worst. So the next thing is, probably a lot of Integra owners know this, but it is the hatch struts. So if I show you this right now, they don't really stay. The higher up you bring it, it doesn't want to stay until you put it all the way to the top and kind of push it there for a sec, then it stays. And that's the only way you can get it to stay. It's not the smartest. For some reason, especially in the Canadian cold, when the cold happens, they don't want to work unless they're pushed all the way to the end. I don't get it. It's kind of a shitty problem, but you know, I guess that's what you get when you buy a Honda. Oh, an Acura, actually, sorry. My next problem is something I'm gonna fix fairly soon, especially with the winter coming up. I have mixed match wheels. So, if you've seen any video of my old car, my Civic, these are the wheels I had on it. And I like the style of them. I like how they're just like kind of flat spokes. And like, these spokes are really fucking ugly. And I don't like the look of the wheel. So I'm gonna take these wheels, because they're actual Honda wheels. I have the other two over here, but one of the valve cores are messed up on it, so they hold just about no air. Even though it's the best tires out of all of them, they don't hold any air. So that's the big problem. And then, so soon I'm slapping winter tires on these and the back rims there, because this is my winter beater, but it's also my daily driver, and it's my race car, it's my everything. Kind of sucks when you have to live in Canada, because if you don't have enough money for a beater, then you gotta drive your favorite car everywhere. And then the next thing, you guys have probably already seen it for the amount of time I've been showing the car around. So it's the rust and the body. You know, it's something I could fix. As you can see, I already tried to fix it. There is some Bondo on there, and I got a piece of metal, got it on there, and so there's no hole anymore, but there's still some surface rust. So I need to fix that. There is some surface rust, if you can see underneath the emblem starting, and then you can see some dripping down here, and that's all coming from underneath here. There's some like pieces of the paint that's chipping off, and just like little pieces of rust. And then the bigger rust was over here, and then down there I need to still fix. And then on my front fenders, they look like crap and they're all bubbling. And underneath my mirror, I don't know if that's a problem for Integras, but that's what I have heard. And it kind of dripped down, which kind of pisses me off. And then for some reason, the mirrors around the ends are chipping. So there's a lot of pieces in the bumper that I gotta fix. It's real beaten up. It's been on the highway driven a lot. Hopefully, I'm probably gonna get a new bumper. I'm gonna get a nicer, I'm gonna get a 97 bumper, or 98 bumper to 2001. There's more on the mirrors there. And everything else is pretty much good though. There's no holes or anything, but those are just the little things that kind of piss me off. Alright, so mostly the next thing now is the heat. So my car does have heat. Yes, it works, but the problem is I don't know how to fix it. But so if you can see, everything's there. I usually have it up on 4, so those work, which usually a lot of times don't on Hondas. This all works. So, but this doesn't. I know I don't want to. I'd show you right now where it gets stuck, but I don't want to move it because then it gets stuck farther back here, and it stays in cold for some reason. I can't get it all the way to hot. If I try and show you now, it doesn't want to go all the way over, and I don't know why. I need to pull the dash and see if there's something blocking it. Someone said to check the lines in the engine bay, but yeah, I haven't found any problems with any of that yet. So, I guess I gotta figure out how to fix that. Especially with our cold fucking Canadian winters, I'm gonna need the heat blasting as much as I can. Okay, and then here is another one from the inside of the car. So, I've been told, I actually went to an autocross not too long ago, and another guy with an Integra, actually, I was talking to, and he was telling me all about the shifters, how, like, the bearings are not very good. It looks kind of good right now, but when you're actually like going through gears quickly, it will get stuck. So I'll be like this trying to go in a third, and it'll lock me out of third sometimes. And I've been told that's a common problem with shifter bearings in this car. And like it just kind of, it's clunky. It's not what you want. It does give you a good click and everything when you're in the gear, but trying to go quickly through the gears doesn't work very well. It sort of sucks. So soon, hopefully, I'm gonna get a short shifter, and I'm gonna rebuild the bearings, and I'm gonna get hopefully like an extended shift knob so it doesn't still stay all the way down there, because this car's too small for me. So I'm glad that it's this high, but you know, I'm one of those people that like your shifter is a little higher. And please excuse the mess. Right now it's winter, so it's too cold to be really out vacuuming my car and cleaning it. It's very dirty, but I'm gonna clean it as soon as I possibly can. I know it pisses me off too. I used to work as a detailer, so I was like really keen on cleaning my car all the time. But just having friends in your car, having parents and everyone come through through your car, they just leave messes. Like there's one of my friend's blankets and stuff. There used to be a lot worse in the back. There was everyone's garbage that people were throwing back there, but I at least cleaned it up that much. So, also, the interior of this car, that's another thing that pisses me off. So, at first, when I first got in this car, the guy kind of didn't show me around that much. Like, he just showed me, like, the basic things. And then, as I got in this car and brought it home, I thought to myself, where the fuck are the cup holders? And when you look, you don't see them at first. And you're like, well, where the fuck are they? And then you realize that it says push right here. So, I went like that, and those are my cup holders. You can see my hand. I cannot even fit my hand into the cup holder properly. I got big hands, yeah, but still. So I got a bottle of Pepsi right here. This is a normal bottle. Like, it fits probably in every single cup holder I've ever seen. But look. The only way to properly get it in there is to wiggle it. And then the problem, also, I don't think they didn't notice this for their normal decks, but my deck, if there's a cup that's too big and it's too tall, if it's in there, it'll be pushing on this button, which is the on and off for my deck. So if I have anything big, like a Polar Pop from Max, it will sit here, or a slushie or something from Max, and it'll sit here and it'll push on that button and keep on turning off my deck whenever I hit a bump. So that gets super fucking annoying. And like, I don't even know what's supposed to fit in there. Like, water bottles fit in there, and maybe Coke cans. That's about it. Like, I don't know if I want to put my Pepsi like that. Like, most of the times I literally just leave it on my seat. And another thing about this whole interior is the way it's been made. The space in here is terrible. See, okay, I'm about 5'10", 5'11". I'm the average male height, and this car is too small for me. Like, the seats are fine. Everyone says that they're not buckety enough, but you know, I'm kind of chubbier, so it kind of is good for me. I'm good with these seats. They bucket me in nicely, but for a lot of people they don't. And it's like the space in this car I can't move my knees around. I'm trying to show you the pedals, but it's kind of hard. I'll show you through the wheel. See? Like, I can't even see. I can't, for these pedals and everything, with the space in the car, with everything down, I can't heel toe because there's not enough room, or I'm smacking my knee against the dash here. And I feel bad because I have a lot of friends that usually want to come in my car, because I used to have a 4-door. I used to have a Honda 4-door. So that's a lot of space. But now there's no space. Like, behind this seat's actually moved up quite a lot. But behind mine, there's actually like no space. And for some reason, I don't know why, in most normal car coupes, there's usually 3 seats in the back. But for mine, there is 2 seats and a fucking tray. What the fuck is that tray supposed to be for? Like, maybe if there was a cup holder there, it would make sense. But it's nothing. Nothing at all. So while we're back here, if you can see that wiring right there, that wire coming through the seats, that is for my antenna. So, if you can already tell, the next thing is the wiring. The wiring for this car is so bad. If you look under here, the wiring is so bad that all the wires are just hanging out of everywhere. And I don't know, like, whoever tried to wire a lot of things in this car is very bad. And if you can see that, there's wiring coming out of the boot of the e-brake. That is for the button for the alarm system. So I'll show you underneath the hood. So everything underneath the hood, all the wiring's messed up as well. That is the wiring for a sub. I had to rip that sub out because it was wired improperly and it was taking too much power from the battery. I don't know if it was the fuses. I tried a new fuse and it was still doing that. So all the wiring in here is junk. I had to change out the battery and everything, and like you can see the wiring, that's all for my alarm system. And half of it doesn't even look like it's hooked up. All of the wires are everywhere, and just like, whatever this guy did to this car, he really did like a fucking number on it. Alright, and now that I'm outside of the car again, I'm gonna tell you another thing that I hate about this car. The color. This color, this older Honda Silver, I hate it. It's like, it's so close to white. If you look, that's my white spoiler, but in the sunlight, this color, it's shiny, and I don't know why, I just hate it. Just the color of it is so bad. Like, it's just not an appealing shade of silver. Like, the newer silvers, that for some reason, to me, that looks better than this. This is just a bad shade. So, the last and final thing. Honestly, this wasn't on my list until the other day. So the other day, I was driving out of a parking lot, and all of a sudden, my car's, like, to be truthfully honest, I was in first gear. I did a bit of a pull-in parking lot just to get out quicker. I was trying to get around someone. I went quickly, and all of a sudden, I sounded like a fucking dirt bike. My car sounded so loud, and I don't know what the hell happened. I guess it's just from being old, but if I can show you, I might not be able to. One sec. Let me get a piece of cotton laying down on my old Honda mats, just so I can show you what happened. So for some reason, if I can get it to you, right there, you can see that that's where it came off. So that's the resonator there, and that's the rest of the piping. I have no idea how that broke off, but it broke off. If you can see, the exhaust is just wobbling around. So now that gave me a reason to go and buy a nice new catback. So right now I'm actually going to show you a nice exhaust clip. I know people usually say ignorant as a joke, but if you ever hear an ignorant exhaust, it's me. Yeah, and I'm not putting you at the back of the car because that's not even where the exhaust is anymore. It's at the side. That is bad. That might sound good on camera, but honestly, when you're in the car, because where it is, the drone is so fucking bad, it vibrates your ass. So, that's everything I hate about my car. And I know a lot of the things, don't comment saying I can fix it easily, because I know I can. And a lot of things I'm going to fix easily. So the next video coming out will be the things I like about my car. There is a decent amount of things I do like about my car, but that'll all be in the next video. Alright, that's about it. See you later.